God richly bless you, beloved of Christ. It is a new day. Our God has made it possible for us to be alive. We thank Jehovah God for making it possible for us. By the grace of God, during our previous teachings, we have been talking about manner of life. We have talked about the process of life. As I said earlier on, by the grace of God, we have talked about the manner of life, processing of life, and also we have talked about friends and life, or life and friends. And we got to know that friends play so much roles in our life. Okay, sometimes friends help us to improve, and sometimes they can also help us to destroy, or they can destroy our life. We gave an example with Rebecca, Jacob, and Esau, Isaac. All these things happened in the Bible. And also, we talk about Joseph and the brothers. Also, it happened. So many things like that has happened in the Bible. And we also got to know that God called Abraham his friend. Yeah, because he trusted God and then gave out his heart for God. Okay, so in a simple understanding, in a friendship, there should be a trust. Okay, there should be trust to each other. There should be trust each other, and also obedient to each other. We must also respect each other when it comes to friendship. Last time we talked about different types of friends, as familiar friends, your colleague at work, friends in the church, your pastor, so many people in life. Sometimes they are not your friend, but you may think that you know them. So since you know them, it is better or a good idea for you to share everything with them. That is where sometimes we got the wrong understand, the wrong motive concerning friends. Because the way you think about that person might not be the way that person also think about you. You know, when you read 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 33, 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 33, the Bible says, a bad company, okay, let me put it this way, a bad company corrupts a good character. Bad friends corrupt good character. You know, some people, when you associate with them, when you go with them and you are not careful, your life will be destroyed. It can be your husband, it can be your wife, it can be your child, it can be your mother, it can be your father, it can be anybody in life. So sometimes it is better for you to be selective, the kind of people that you go with. There are some people, it's not because of who you are, or it's not a genuine relationship, but they are following you because of what they will get out of you. Okay, that's the one thing that we must take note of it. It is not because that person is your classmate that means the person is your friend. No, it doesn't happen that way. Somebody can be your wife just for a reason, or something that the person is looking for, or maybe another reason. Okay, that person might not be whom you think he or she is. And the same thing happens to your parents. Sometimes the Bible says we should obey our parents. It is true. It is a command from God. We have to obey them. There are some people. Welcome back again. Sorry for the interruption. So there are some people in life. That's why I said from the beginning that it's not about how you think about them. What they also think about you is very important. Sometimes you need to consider their feeling toward you. Doesn't matter whether the person is your pastor, your father, your parents, or a church member. Because the Bible says, not all who say, Lord, Lord, will go to heaven or will enter the kingdom of God, but those who does the will of God. You have church goers. Okay, you have people who go to church just like that. Okay, so you need also to be very, very careful when it comes to selecting of friends, selecting of people. There are fake pastors as well, and there are genuine pastors as well. So when you are going with the pastors also, you need to be also very, very careful. Okay? So it doesn't mean that he or she is so, that is why I need to submit my heart or my soul to. Okay? It was Rebecca as a mother, she came out to betray her other son, her son Esau. Okay, the same way that parents can also stand against their children. It is natural. It is natural. Parents can also stand against their children. There are some parents, as a child is behaving or doing something or is stealing or committing something very dangerous, some of the parents, whether the father or maybe the mother, will cover that mistake, or even both of them will try to pamper and then cover you without teaching you the right way to go. In your future, that thing can affect in your future. There are so many people who have gone to the street or doing so many things that is not good, that their life have changed. It's not because of their disobedient or because most of them are not in that manner, but some started from the background, from their parents. Okay, that's what the Bible says. We should train up the way the child will go, that when he or she grows, he will never depart from it. So there are some parents that if you are not careful also, they will mislead you. They will mislead you. It is very, very important. I know some parents who have caused their children marriages to collapse. A lot of parents have done it. They have caused their children marriages to collapse. Yeah, the children are old enough, but the counseling that came from their parents, they believe their parents, they trust their parents, they see their parents as the guidance, as people who help them because they have experience, and then they follow them. Now their marriages have been collapsed. Most of the also they have passed through so many kind of situations that I'm talking to you right now. They don't see themselves as where they wish to be. Okay, so when it comes to parents, we need to also be very, very careful. We need to be very, very careful. When it comes to colleagues at works, also we need to be very, very careful, because most of them could be jealous of you. It's not the way you are. That's why I always say that it's not how you think about them. You should also consider how they also think about you. It's very important. Not for you alone, give. No. Sometimes you need to stand and watch them. How did they think about you? Because that's why Jesus Christ said, who do you say I am? He asked the disciples, and they were doubting their mind. So sometimes you need to know what they think about you. Sometimes they might be jealous of you, because the Bible says that they were jealous about Daniel. When Daniel was about to be promoted, they were jealous about Daniel, but they were all in the same organization. So the same way that people can be jealous about you, when your boss may like you, or because of your hard working or something like that, they may try to deceive you. Sometimes also they may try to also advise you that you can go a little further or you can do good things in the workplace. It's also true. But you need to be very, very careful when it comes to people that comes into your life, because they have much role to play in your life. They have much role to play in your life. Church members, as I said earlier on, they also have much role to play in your life, because if you don't take care, you consider them that they are deacon, they are deaconesses, they are pastors, they are pastors' wives, they are so, and then later on you realize they have destroyed your life. The same thing. Your children can also do the same thing to you. Your neighbors, the people that you stay with, your environment. If you are not careful, you may say, I know them. Sometimes, let me just do. Some people even trust their neighbors, then they give their children to them. And at the end of the day, the children sometimes become homosexual. Some of them become lesbians. Some of them become thieves, armed robbers. But they don't realize that this is the root of the situation. They see them as their neighbors. They stay with them, so they trust them because the way they see them, but most of the time, that is not how they see you. It is very important. Think about how they see you. Don't give always. Donating your heart. Some people share their ideas, give everything in their mind, their talent, their future, their plans to wrong people. It is very, very dangerous. Joseph had a dream. He told his brothers, believing. And at the end of the day, you know the story. They changed the destiny of Joseph. They tried to change. But thank God that Joseph was trusting in God. Listen to this. Listen to this. Sometimes we say that something happened for another door to be opened. But believe me today, if something happened and you don't take action very well, you will still remain at the same place. Joseph made a mistake, first mistake, sharing his mind to the brothers. Now, I call it a mistake because he shouldn't have done it. But another way around, he was not thinking of negative. He was believing his brothers that they are his brothers. So if he has something, they are the right people to share with. So I don't blame him most. That's why sometimes I will say that sometimes we make a mistake without thinking of it, that this is going to be like this, and it happened. Are you here with me? Sometimes we make a mistake without knowing that this is how the thing is going to be. So the Bible says when it happened, they took him away, they trapped him, they did so many things, they sold him. But in the life of Joseph, he still trusted in God. He prayed to God. He depended on God. That is when God lifted his hand to change that situation for a better situation. So if something happened and you don't take a step to change the channel. Last time I said that I want to produce chocolate, black chocolate. And mistakenly, I made white chocolate. Now, it is up to me to change the process, okay, to make it to the black chocolate that I want. That is how Joseph realized where he was. And then he changed the process to make it a better process. By trusting in God, God made it possible. So you need to be very careful the people you share your mind with. They might come into your life just for information to disappoint you. We will continue again the same time tomorrow. God richly bless you for being with me. My previous message is there. You can visit me on Facebook. My name is Francis Nkrumah Kwesi on Facebook. Instagram, you can see me there. Twitter, you can see me there. YouTube, you can see me there. By the grace of God, your life will never be the same. This is the manual of life. Life and Friends, Season 2. The 3 will come tomorrow, God permit. Have a blessed day.